said, now, all you vinyl varmints, now all you record collecting crew. I said, now, I got a box of records for you. Hey, everybody.
How's it going? Sheesh.
A little beatnik vibe in our opening today there, yeah.
Because,
Well, it's special. It is show number 50, if you could imagine that.
50 shows!
50 shows.
Hallelujah, brother.
I
Hallelujah.
mean, it's gotta be 500 records,
Yeah.
give or take at least, because we usually bring about 10 to 12 in a box.
Yeah, no, I forgot to buy.
And what would be special enough, I thought today, and as I say I'm Added Daddy, and I'm here with my friend Shadow Man.
Greetings.
And,
Greetings.
you know, I thought we should do one of the kings of rock and roll, because we're all about rock and roll. And there's more than one king, but I think we're going to do Chuck Berry today. I've been wanting to do a Chuck Berry show for a while, and I thought that would be good for our 50th. So how's that sound with you?
That sounds great. What do you guys think? Friends over 55 are back.
Friends over 55?
They sound kind of young, but they claim to be 55 and older.
Well,
What are you guys
keeps
think?
you young. I'm going to start off with some unusual things. This is, I'll show this one first. And this is Rock and Roll Music 78, a Canadian one on quality with the original sleeve. See, people are
It's pressed on vine.
dancing and everything. The song Blue Feeling on the back. And that is an instrumental, like a blues Chuck Berry one. But yeah.
Made in Canada.
Far out. Yes, and this is, well, it would have been on chess, of course, in the United States. But up here,
In
and this is
Canada.
another quality one. This is Carol, actually.
Oh, Carol.
Oh, Carol, don't ever steal your heart away. Amazing. This sounds amazing if you actually, I've got a beautiful little schoolboard record player, and it's so wonderful. And a song called Hey Pedro on the other side. But with some of, you know, the old sleeve with some of the acts. And look at those colors. Can they get anything duller? Holy mackerel.
Hey,
I
Pedro.
mean, the sleeve, that gray and everything, just makes everything.
Ken Griffin at the organ. Earl Gardner.
Ken Griffin at the organ. That's perfect. What else was out at the same time in the same label? That's beautiful. I'm going to shoot through a couple 45s here. I know there's not a lot to look at 45s, but there's a few neat things here. Actually, this is the first one, right? Maybelline on chess, an American Maybelline. Isn't that beautiful with wee wee hours on the other side? In the wee wee hours, that's when I think of you.
Not familiar with that.
B-side here, the Maybelline, of course.
B-side, B-side, B-side.
Oh, how did you put it earlier? Oh, we're not going to do discussion of Chuck's foibles.
Foibles.
This is about music, because we've got enough to go through about. But all I can say is I love the man, and
Yeah.
the couple songs on Get Your Yayas Out in the Stones album, so they do the two Chuck Berry songs, Oh Carol and Little Queenie. That's probably one of the biggest influence why I wanted to learn how to play guitar, is those couple songs there.
Can I throw a curve in here?
Yeah.
Stones did a song called I Think I'm Free. Not I Think
I'm
I'm Free,
Free.
but I'm Free.
Yes.
To do what I want
Yes.
any old time.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I could get that mixed up. Don, old goat, you picked up a cassette there last Wednesday, I think you said, by the Soup Dragons.
Oh, and they did a version of
They
that.
do a version
Yes.
of I'm Free.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Free.
It was like a video or something.
Don't be afraid of your freedom. Come on.
This
That's
is what I just showed on 78, only on 45 it is Oh Carol and Hey Pedro. Again, only on chess. Okay, I'm gonna whip through these fast. This is Johnny Be Good. Look at that. Johnny Be Good and Around, of course. And the joint was Rockin', which the Stones did. Here's a different chess. I think this was a later release here. It's Reelin' and a Rockin'. And Sweet Little Rock and Roller. No, Sweet Little 16. Right, he had a couple sweet songs.
Sweet song.
Imagine my mistakes. Okay, here's a nice white label chest of Nadine. An orangutan is on the other side, an instrumental. Promised Land on a black one. And the things I used to do, a Guitar Slim blues song that Chuck does such a beautiful job on. Great bluesman. And you can't, I should be saying more stuff about the man himself. He was a terrific singer, another thing I loved him. And his way to write lyrics that, every syllable to the beat was perfect. It was never awkward. Sorry to a coffee-colored Cadillac. The things I used to do, again, this is a different one, Promised Land, with different label. Okay, Chuck, there's a German one of him doing Fraulein. Now there's a song I hate, Bobby Helm's song. I hate it when Charlie Feathers does it, so I mean if you hate it when Charlie Feathers does it and Chuck Berry, I don't know, it's such a lame song, but
That's a label I've never...
everybody's capable of. But this is German, they got this cartoon on the back of Chuck.
Oh, it looks just like him, don't it? Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's kind of wild. I always wondered what the history was behind that, but yes. What's it on? It's on
Funkler.
Funkler, yes. Chuck Berry was most proud of his records out on Funkler.
No comment.
Yes. Chuck Berry. I think we've showed this before in our famous 50s one, but that's all right. Chuck Berry is on top. Beautiful early chess records. Almost Grown, Carol, Maybelline, Sweet Little Rock and Roller, Johnny B. Good. It's just packed full of stuff.
Can I
Yes.
impose on you do one little thing?
What?
Tilt that right
Tilt that a little bit.
towards the light. There you
Okay,
go. Like
go
that.
towards the light.
Come
All right.
to the light. Oh, little
Okay.
children, come to the light.
There we go. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
album.
no, it
beautiful.
doesn't look so fuzzy.
Beautiful. And, the liner notes and the chess records.
Oh,
Both
those
Diddley ones look very similar to this too. You knew you were getting something really special.
Wow.
Messages from this. Okay, got this out of the safety deposit box. This is the soundtrack to Rock, 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 the Alan Freed movie. With all this, where the film of Chuck doing You Can't Catch Me is from. But the moon glows are in here, and flamingos, it's amazing. But this is the music from that movie there.
I expect to see T.J. Lubinsky
Very
showing. I think the guys around on the shows when he's showing music from the 50s for people that are
Right.
long dead.
This is a repop. This is from the early 90s of the after-school sessions, which of course has School Days on it. The cool original album looked like this. Back's a little different, a little more of a, liner note type thing, 90s. And this also, you can take the plastic off this for the last 30 years. This was
God.
the new jukebox hits.
Is that a comp?
Yeah, this is another repop.
$14.
Beautiful
Wow.
shape, beautiful shape. Yeah, well, when they brought these back out.
There you go. Beautiful.
Yeah, Talking About You, which of course the Stones did.
Rip it
Don't
up.
Lie to Me, which of course the Stones did. Route 66, which of course the Stones did.
It looks like he wrote just about all these songs, didn't he?
Okay, this is Chuck Berry in London. Now, we've shown a lot of albums that say somebody on tour, where they're not on tour, it's not live. Okay, this is Chuck Berry up some, because this isn't recorded in London. This is done in Chess Studios. It just,
Really?
yeah.
This is
Recorded
like,
in England, but I think, they slam some stuff on here.
does he do, no, I might be thinking of somebody else, with the London Sessions, is that him in the London?
Yes, actually, yes.
Do you
yes.
have that there?
I can see it over my
Okay,
shoulder.
because I think
Okay.
it's downstairs.
This has got a fantastic song on it called Dear Dad. We used to do Dear Dad.
Dear
Dad,
Dad.
Daddy. Here we are here, the London Chuck Berry
Yeah,
sessions.
yeah.
And you got, so Ian McLagan of the Faces is playing on that, who I had the opportunity to meet a couple times. So actually I met somebody who was on this album.
Oh,
But,
you the man.
yeah, and Kenny Jones of The Who. Yeah. Rick Gretsch, we've had featured before from Family.
Very
Blind Faith. And this is, of course, you know,
I need
redoing some of the old.
a,
Oh,
I was,
okay.
cheers. 50 shows.
I've got some Coca-Cola because we're doing such a symbol of America, and half high-test gasoline. Because I was working at the filling station, too many tasks. Check the tires, check the oil, wipe the windows, $1 gas. Too much monkey business. If I got that right, didn't stumble over it. Chuck never stumbled over his lyrics.
I knew where 50 shows coming up soon, so I
Oh, is that for?
baked the chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, for Chuck? Well,
No,
hey,
for, I
happy
guess it's gonna be all, mostly for me, I'll give you something to bring home
Okay.
for Susan. This
This
is one
is-
that turned out,
This is going to be in the
look at
way, I
that.
think.
You're gonna gain 5 pounds just looking at that sucker.
I'm gonna move this over.
Yeah, don't,
okay?
unfortunately, you know what? Kevin used to love sweets, it still does. Kevin can't eat this stuff anymore. So sad.
This Chuck Berry Bio, 70s, 73, I think, by this time. All new songs, but kind of a backward-looking career summary, you know, although he lived another 25 years after this, at least. God, he lived to be 90.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Must have been
And this was the
doing
actual
something.
last album he ever put out. This was called Rocket. I mean, the first one of new stuff he put out. And I think this is in 79. It's all original songs called Oh What a Thrill. Very good. Yeah. Now there's a few things I don't have that you see all the time. I don't have a good copy of. There's one that was like a big pink radio. It's a double album. And there's a yellow album you see a lot, which I have on cassette here. Which you see this Chuck Berry's greatest hits.
Yeah. Wake up, cameraman.
Yes. Now I also wanted to show this Chuck Berry Missing Berries because this is from when I was buying stuff in the early 90s. Couldn't find it on album anymore and didn't have a CD player yet. I mean, it comes with all sorts of fold-up liner notes, but this is excellent too. If you can get a copy of this. Rarities, Volume 3.
Missing berries.
Missing Berries.
Got a play
Great
on
song
words.
on there called Do You Love Me? Now this is one of the reasons I wanted to do the Chuck Berry show, is because this album. I bought this over in Buffalo, and this kills me. This is Chuck and his friends. Now it looks like PBS or something like that. I mean, you
Well,
know,
yeah,
Sesame
Pledge
Street
Now.
kind of, yeah, Pledge Now, and
Here.
Chuck and his friends.
And we'll send this
So it's a triple album, one of those ones that don't open up. It's just
stuffed
stuffed in
stuff
there.
in there.
Yeah, stuffed to the brim. It's got a bunch of Chuck, but it's got Little Richard and the Platters, and maybe they were his friends, the Penguins.
We spent a fortune on the cover
Oh,
too, didn't
I know too. And Bo Diddley. So maybe they were his pals.
we? Wow.
But Chuck and his friends. I love that. That's on Brooklyn Records. And also on Aristocrat Records. So they're probably having a legal argument at the time this was released.
Colin.
And this
Oh, oh,
is very cool.
the last record.
Very cool. Last one released. All right. Chuck Berry 625. This is bootleg. Very nice bootleg.
Yeah.
Now this film of this event, this is taken from, is on YouTube. And it's like early, mid-70s, very, very good show over in England with like a pickup band of some sort. And his bass player, I believe, that I've seen him with more than once. But yeah, great. And it's bootleg, you know, white on the back and everything, and just, but excellent. As I say, it's taken off some kind of, it's just the audio of a film. So, hail, hail, rock and roll into Chuck.
Rock and roll will never die. Here's another cheers, everybody out there.
50 shows.
I think we should quit. Quit my word ahead.
Well,
That's not.
see if we quit when we run out of stuff. I think we've got a while to go anyway. I hope you enjoyed the 78s today, because they're pretty far out. We're going to explore a bit of
Yeah.
that. The ones that have sleeves that are of some note, because you don't want to just look at 78s. They're hard to read in the room, let
Yeah.
alone to duplicate, even with, you know,
That means we're
Floyd
going.
Crosby here.
That means we're gonna be taking a road trip.
Yes, yes, we'll probably have to go to Daddy Land sometime.
Daddy Land.
Attic Underground.
Hey, Daddy Land.
So, yes.
Something to look forward to. Like I said, whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, cameraman, let's take a look over at this
Big hunk
Cadillac
of Detroit
over here.
metal.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that size. What is it?
Okay.
Probably 20 feet long, I
Oh,
bet.
yeah, that's why we wanted to put out, what car we put out today? We thought the Cadillac.
Yeah, the Cadillacs.
Like Chuck himself. Quite a few references in his songs too, of
It just
course.
never fit right. There you go. That's the way I would drive around town if I had one.
Yeah, yeah. With the cutaway mufflers.
Oh, yeah,
Big,
look
you know,
at that.
lever inside to make it noisy when you wake up Dr. Black or something.
Now, when we run out of model cars or music, maybe we'll stop, but I got a hell of a lot of cars, and Kevin's got a hell of a lot of stuff at the, there's an undisclosed location.
What the fun?
You've had your tea, and there's no play-out music, because...
Yeah, another, if I forget my harmonica one more time, I'll tell you.
We're all
Boss said
getting a
you
little
forget
older.
your harmonica one more time, you're out of here.
So here we go.
AD.
That's it, folks. You can all get
AD.
back on the bus and head back. I think we're going to be playing shuffleboard this afternoon, so long to the audience.
I got a box of records for you.
I can't finger pop and work the camera at the same time. I guess we're done.
Orson Welles, okay.
Okay. Ciao. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Just thought I'd share with you all one of my first baking disasters of this kind. You know, I've screwed up banana bread, zucchini bread, but this is the first time I've ever done this to a carrot cake, and one end has risen nicely, the other end not so much. I think this half is going to be squares. This might be cake. I think I'm still going to frost it, but you know, how it turned out like this is I didn't pay attention, and the oven rack wasn't level, and this is what happens when you mess up. But I'm going to eat it anyway.